So, welcome back, friends. We're going to do the beginning of this 30 questions, 30 life questions of Pythagoras. Um, it's not important if you don't know that much about Pythagoras or the philosophy of Pythagoras, Pythagoreanism, or anything else like that, but quickly. Okay, so Pythagoras was a mathematician, a philosopher. He had a school, and he taught philosophy and a way of life. And like I said, that was called Pythagoreanism. There are 30 questions that Pythagoras believed that you could ask divine. Some of you will have names for divine. Personally, I come from a school of thought where I believe that in a physical body, in a physical realm, there's no way that I could fully comprehend or understand an energy that created all things in existence. So I don't give it a name, I don't give it a title, none of that. I don't understand it. No need for me to pretend to. But what I will say is divine, okay? Because all things are created and all things had to come from something. And let's say the something that all of us are together, because what divine has to be self-created, which would mean if we are a part of divine, we are all self-created in one huge thing, and let's just call it divine because it's just incomprehensible. You may say God, you may say Sophia, you may have a pantheon of gods and some. I don't care. That's your business. No judgment, because I come from many different schools of thoughts to get to where I am. Let me wrap it up. There are 30 questions that Pythagoras believed you should be able to ask divine, okay? I reviewed the questions to be 30 questions that you should be able to ask any psychic, any card reader, yourself, any life coach, a parent possibly, or just anyone wise, okay? And the first question is, shall I be fortunate or unfortunate in this life, right? And it's important to understand what fortunate means, because some people will be like, well, isn't everyone's life a success? I believe everyone's life is a success. Even those who are like shitty and fucked up and they bring all types of chaos and craziness to the world, it is for a purpose, and it always something positive comes from something negative, okay? But that is not what fortunate means. Fortunate means lucky. Some people will say blessed, favored, okay? So some of us live favored lives, definitely. We look at other people and we say, how does everything go right for them? Like they didn't have to go through this, and this was handed to them, and that was handed to them, and they have some people have a bunch of natural beauty. Some people have a bunch of natural smarts, right? Those people are favored. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do will I be favored or unfavored in this life? And I did 4 piles. I would encourage you to just pick 1 through 4 by whatever number suits you. If letters suits you better, A, B, C, or D, I would pick one of those 4, and we could just get right into it. So, group 1. Will you be fortunate in this lifetime? So the first card you have is the Joker. Twinkle, twinkle, little bat. Group 1s are fortunate. The reason why I say that is because if you play cards, you already know what the Joker is. The Joker is a wild card. It can be used to fill in any situation that you needed to fit in. Also, if you're playing a real game of competition, Joker trumps everything. This is a winning card. So to me, you're the type of person that you make a way out of no way. Somebody cheats you and you still come out on top. Let's see what the rest of the cards say. Yeah. Ace of Spades, the Little Mermaid. And the Little Mermaid, though, she gets her way. The only thing about this story is, although she gets her way, when she gets it, it's not quite what she thought it was. Okay, so people in group one may have a tendency to be on the winning end and then wonder, are they really winning? Was this really what they wanted? But that's for a purpose too. If you're constantly getting what you want all the time, the only way you would continue life is if you still have a challenge like the rest of us. So your challenge then becomes, is this what you really want? So like you're constantly searching, is this what you want? So we have two Kipper cards, and what we have is hope, great water, and prison. And to me it says you are imprisoned by your huge hopes and dreams, or just wonderful luck. It's tied to you forever. Like there's no way away from it, and too much of a good thing can definitely seem like a bad thing at times. Like you all are like uncannily, is that a word? Uncanny's a word, but I don't know about uncannily, but the way luck follows you is uncanny. And the only reason why I say that is because if you think of King Midas, like everything he touched turned to gold, but do you really want everything to be gold? This is where we get into real human philosophy. Do you really want everything to go perfectly? Maybe not. Okay. The I Ching says limitation. Number 7. That's a God number, meaning it's a higher level number. So possibly your luck could be limited just to this realm right now. Could be an opportunity for you to see how others live that you believe are super lucky or have it well. Could also mean that there's limitations to your luck, just like everyone does. Like sometimes it runs out. But he looks kind of chipper or cheery in the face of limitation. So it still makes me feel like you would never get rid of your hope. That card could be a testament to the fact that you do have problems, but your sunny disposition or positive outlook allows you not to feel limited by it. Well, let's do 3 Lenormand cards. Oh, hell. Y'all are lucky. So you have bouquet. That's like offers, like just wonderful things. Man, that's going to stand for you as a person. Unicorn, rarities, like just rare good things. You all are like constantly surrounded by beautiful unheard of things. I mean, group 1 definitely favorable life, fortunate, highly fortunate, especially concerning love and friends, highly fortunate. If you're watching this and you picked 1 and you don't feel like you're fortunate, I challenge you to look at the lives of 3 of your peers. Because if you picked 1 and you don't think your life is fortunate, I think you just don't appreciate what you have. Okay, because there are people who are very fortunate and don't realize it. But number 1 was a highly fortunate stack. Hey, I've never seen no, that's a lie. I've seen a stack of cards that go together that well before. But this is a very good stack of cards. You would think that I had pre-picked them out, huh? I didn't know. I promise you, I'd never do that to you guys. I just randomly deal them off, Well, group 1 is you fortunate people. I hope you enjoyed the reading. We're going to move right on into group 2. So group 2, will you be fortunate or unfortunate in this life? Okay. You have the Jack of Spades. It says something about you trying to put yourself in someone else's shoes. So I can't say if you're fortunate or unfortunate. Yeah, it says it was careless of him to put another man's helmet on with the man in it too. It's like you don't realize that if you try to live another person's life, you just can't do it. Like that's theirs. It belongs to them. It belongs to them. So let's move on to the next card before we decide. I'm going to say unfortunate, not because of circumstances, but because of you, okay? Your second card is the grasshopper, from the ant and the grasshopper. And this is kind of tricky because in a way the grasshopper does seem like he's fortunate, right? Because he's just doing what he wants to do. He's just living his life, however he sees fit. But there comes a time where he realizes he didn't handle the things that he needed to handle, and then all of a sudden he's in a really, really bad place. When he was fortunate to begin with, he had the size, he had the time, he had the energy, he could have prepared what he needed to prepare, and he would have been fortunate all winter, but he didn't. So, group twos, I'm thinking maybe you're a little bit unfortunate. Like I said before, not because of life circumstances, but because of how you handle them. We're going to get 2 Kipper cards to add on to it. Okay. Yeah, so we have unexpected money and house. Could be a family inheritance. Yeah, I mean, it could be that your family is well-to-do. Could also mean that things are about to turn around from unfortunate to fortunate, and this reading could be a warning for you to be more grateful and deal with things a little better. I mean, these 2 cards are definitely fortunate. Let's see what the I Ching says. Okay, organized discipline. Isn't she just adorable? Okay. So you see, earth is above and water is below. And if you were to think of dirt and then water underneath it, there's a couple different situations. Could be deep water, which we use for a water source. Is clean, is cool, is crisp, or it could be mudslide, if not done right. Hence the organization, okay? Organized discipline. Yeah, your life is kind of fortunate, but it's unfortunate at your own hands. The cards are telling you it's time for you to start handling your business better. The number 3 stands for things coming together, understanding, putting together the things that you know and the things that you've learned from life experiences, and putting them together so that you can behave better, so that your actions reflect that you have learned better. Okay, so the cards are telling you it's time to step it up, okay, because there's going to be some fortune put at your feet. Again, you got to deal with it better. See? Okay, the Lenormand says, bear, house, banished. These 3 cards together say to me a couple different things. It could be the bear could be like a ferocious personality. It usually isn't. This usually has to do with hard work or being motherly or whatever. But in this reading, I'm seeing it differently as like a, aggressive behavior has to be kept to yourself. Okay? Or has been kept to yourself. Or it could be saying that you're a hard worker, but you haven't yet let that out. No one's seen that yet about you. So group 2s, what I'm going to say is, I hate to say this, but that's how life is sometimes. I'm going to say it's undecided. Your life as of yet is not quite unfortunate, and it's not quite fortunate, okay? But there's about to be some fortunate that's going to come into your life. Does that mean that you're going to be fortunate? Only if you handle it properly. Bears, one thing I want you to remember about this bear is, that's a pretty card I picked for bear. I never really noticed, but bears, in the spring and summer, they're wild, they're free, they're doing their thing, and as it gets closer to the colder months, they take the necessary time to get to eat up, eat up, eat up, eat up, eat up, because they know there's going to be a long period where they're not going to eat, and they're not going to be as active. Also, you had the grasshopper in here from the ant and the grasshopper, which is another story about cold times coming. So I think what more than anything of whether is your life fortunate or unfortunate, this set of cards is saying to you that something fortunate is coming. There is an abundance coming. It is important that you handle it properly, because there will be a cold, dry period afterwards. Alright, so, whoever's looking out for you, use this reading to let you know that, okay? Alright. So group twos, use your resources properly. Alright, we're going to move on to 3. I picked 3. I probably shouldn't have told y'all that, because what if it's ugly? Who wants a card reader whose life is unfortunate? Don't mind me, I'm a little goofy sometimes. Alright, let's start off. Okay. Perfect card. 4 of Clubs. This card is a riddle that's really popular with Alice in Wonderland fans or Lewis Carroll fans. It says, why is a raven like a writing desk? It's like a wordplay riddle, and I can't remember why. Why is a raven like a writing desk? I forgot why it is, but it's a riddle. Okay, so the first card is telling us is group 3s. Is our life fortunate or unfortunate? It's like a riddle. Depends on how you look at it. The Beast. When you think about the Beast in Beauty and the Beast was a prince, rich, handsome, huge family, doesn't appreciate the gifts that life has bestowed upon him, the fortune that life gave him. He was really rude and nasty, and he was cursed because of it. The only way to break the curse was for someone to love him, now that his outside reflected his inside. But you know what's so funny? Even though he's cursed and he's ugly and all of these things, he still receives the love of someone beautiful inside and out. That which didn't intend for him to be returned back. Is he fortunate? King of Hearts. Highly fortunate. But do you see this? The King of Hearts is the suicide king. See the knife going in his head? People that commit suicide oftentimes just can't see. They just can't see how fortunate their lives really are. All they can see is what's ugly, what's uncomfortable, painful. If the beast were to stay in his pain, which he kind of did, which is why he's fortunate, it's like the fortune came to him still. So group 3s, are we fortunate? Yes. Do we always know we're fortunate? No. Do we experience hard times? Yes. Did we have something to do with them? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. A sign of true fortune, meaning huge parts of our lives are already orchestrated. Okay? The Kipper cards say expectation and good outcome in love. And I'm going to tell you, this is a really, really good combination because the good outcome in love means positivity or good outcome actually in loving relationships. The expectation, though, represents the deepest hopes and desires of a person. So the things that you deeply hope and wish for, especially love, in interpersonal relationships, it says this is you're going to win, you're going to come out on top. With the beast being in there and you know, and him actually finding the love of his life in his, I don't want to be like all emotional, but seeing as I picked this group, I get the message. It really is a personal message for me. I hope it's a personal message for those of you that picked 3 as well. The beast is in his ugliest form on the outside. Is he still as ugly on the inside? No, because life has a way of beating the shit out of you when you're rude and nasty, you know. And it's like, damn, why did I do that? You know, I made this situation, and it changes you and you grow. And although it takes time for someone to get to know you, you know, on the inside, to see how beautiful you are, because it took you yourself a while to realize how beautiful you are on the inside. Someone comes along and you know, takes the time to get to know you, regardless of the fact that you're ugly, you know, on the outside, or something's flawed. The beast wasn't necessarily ugly because, like in most depictions, he still had like a beautiful mane, but he wasn't a man anymore. He was a beast, you know. He looked ferocious and evil, you know, and he was extra ferocious because he was hurting on the inside. This stack is a testament to people who are hurting on the inside and who create ugly personas to protect themselves. Yet divine is saying they're going to break you out of it. I Ching says holding together. And notice I picked the little twin stars, little star twins. This is a testament to the fact that in your lifetime, you will meet your twin. Now, I don't always believe that twin flames are romantic unions either, but you definitely have a twin. The universe is definitely, because you see there on the stars, the universe is definitely bringing your twin, because you will give your twin what they need to move forward in this ugly existence, and they will give you what you need. And the two of you will be highly fortunate for it. Like immediately you will start to see the change in yourself. They will start to see the change in themselves. And let's get to the last 3 later mon cards. And we have, yeah, Family Feud, Snake, Parfait. What these 3 cards tell me together is that you come from a tumultuous family, possibly a cold, domineering mother. Man, look at her face. But there was love. There was definitely love there. Sometimes people don't realize that to be in a growing environment where there's lots of fighting and arguing and, you know, somebody mean, like that's bad enough. And then you add in the fact that they love you. So like sometimes they're really loving, and then other times they're really mean, and it's confusing, and it does the worst to the human psyche, because like if somebody's always mean to you, you just know they're mean, and you go out into the world and you're looking out for mean people. But when someone's mean to you and is sweet to you, it's like you're confused, and you go out and you have a hard time deciding who to trust and who not to trust. And also, it says to me that a lot of your problems are created from childhood, but a parfait has layers, right? And there's like the next to last layer is almost always like a custard or a pudding, which is very smooth and sweet. And then the top layer is a whip, right? And it's light and fluffy and sweet and it's just perfect, right? Okay, so you've had lots of experiences and some were bad and some were good. And in the end, it's going to be sweet and fluffy. So, group 3, are you fortunate? Yes. Fortunate, fortunate, extremely fortunate. But in a way that it only matters if you realize you're fortunate. So group 3s, I hope you enjoyed the reading. I did. It touched me personally. Hope it touched you too. And let's move on to 4. So group 4s, are you fortunate or unfortunate in this life? Oh, you have Jack of Clubs. He's a henchman, okay? He says their heads are gone if it please your majesty. I don't know if you're fortunate or unfortunate just yet. Let's look at this. Oh, ooh. Queen of Hearts. Group 4s, y'all are kind of mean. I mean, that doesn't tell me if you're fortunate or unfortunate yet. But it does let me know that you don't respect fortune in the world because you just cut off things, cut off people. Let's see what the Kipper said. Gloomy thoughts and good lady. Gloomy thoughts often represents depression, stress, like this right here. Good lady though, oddly enough, is either an older lady or happiness. That's what's so funny. Since we have the Queen of Hearts and since we have the other allusion to the Queen of Hearts, I'm just going to go on and say this. I'm assuming either you're an older lady who has been hardened by life, your heart has been hardened, and you're a really gloomy person, and some people probably call you a bitch. But we're just going to say your heart is hardened. If not, you have the personality of that. I Ching says affluence. I mean, come on now, the Queen of Hearts, she's the queen. She ran the place like she was living in the lap of luxury. There was no need for her to be so mean and cold, but she just was. Financially, are you fortunate? Probably. You probably are financially secure, whether you have lots of money or whether you have a way of meeting people that have money and take care of you. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna tell you why. The last cards we have are the Lenormand cards, and we have Fish, Mice, Key. What it says to me is that you are surrounded in abundance. But look at this shit. This is so funny. Look at the imagery on the fish. That is abundance. But look, he got the axe or whatever, just like the henchman that we had at the beginning. He didn't have the axe. He actually just had that. But it's still the same thing because they did the queen's dirty work. And then your other two cards are Mice and Key, and it's like even though you're in the midst of abundance, like you are locked down by your anxieties, frustration, feeling like people are trying to take from you. It's like you're abundant and you're always worried that somebody's trying to take what you got. Are you fortunate? Yes. Do I think you're fortunate? No. I don't think you appreciate what you have, and I don't think you can, because I think you're constantly worried about somebody else trying to get it. And I feel like the cards are in their own way are trying to tell you like that's no way to squander gifts. But are you fortunate? Group 4s, you're fortunate. I can't even say I see your fortune leaving you. Financially fortunate, spiritually, emotionally, unfortunate. That was a heavy reading. I don't always like heavy readings, but I always get one in my readings. So, anyway, I hope you all have enjoyed this. This was a lot heavier than what I thought, but I should have thought it would be. I mean, it is a Pythagorean question. I guess I'll probably try to do questions 2 and 3 this weekend. I don't know, because this took longer than what I thought. And when I have like a 20-minute plus reading, it takes forever to process it or edit it. So hopefully though, I'm going to get questions 2 and 3 on here for you. I'm going to try to keep them shorter. Maybe I'll make them like maybe 3 cards total so we can get through these, because I kind of like quick readings myself. But also, maybe I'll try to publish the list of the 30 Pythagorean questions so that you all can see them before we go through. All right? I hope you all have enjoyed the reading. I have enjoyed my time with you. Please like, please subscribe, please comment. Please let me know other things that you'd like to see, or how did the reading go for you? Was I dead fucking wrong? Was I dead on? Did it move you? If it wasn't correct, did it still carry a message that you needed to hear? Just let me know. Give me some feedback. I love feedback. And come back and see me. I hope you have a great one.